Hello, dear student. This is Amir Khan, your social studies teacher. Today, our topic is on Pakistan 1947 to 1971 and beyond, where you will learn about uh, the assess of constant change of leadership in earlier years and the periods of military rules. Then we'll analyze the causes of beyond the breakaway of Bangladesh 1971. Then we'll discuss about the strength and weaknesses of Ayyub's era. Then we'll discuss about the benefit of devolution power introduced by Musharraf. So here we'll start from here. If we start, you will well known about in 14th August 1947, Pakistan became an independent country. Islamic countries, where their first time Qaida Muhammad Ali Jinnah was the first Governor General of Pakistan, and then Prime Minister was Liaquat Ali Khan. So after the death of died when Qaid died in 11 September 1948, and then that Khwaja Nizamuddin was appointed as the Governor General. Then Malik Ghulam Muhammad and Skandar Mirza, and going on we will discuss on the next slides. So here, if you start, there was first Governor General was of Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Then Prime Minister was Liaquat Ali Khan. We well known about him as well. Liaquat Ali Khan was as a Prime Minister of Pakistan till 16 October 1951. He was murdered or assassinated by in Liaquat Bagh in Pakistan. So this was we can get setback for new countries that have problems start from the beginning. So then Khwaja Nizam, who was a Governor General at that time, after Liaquat Ali Khan, he became a Prime Minister, and then he worked for different fields. Like in 1953, Nizam also stepped down the post of the Prime Minister. Then these were the contributions of Khwaja Nizamuddin, and after him Malik Ghulam Muhammad became a Governor General, who was a civil servant, and he was the new Governor General after Khwaja Nizamuddin became a Prime Minister. Then in 1952 or 53, there was start conflict between of language conflicts of East Pakistan and West Pakistan. So there was Urdu and Bengali language were the conflicts that which would be the national language. So for that, Muhammad Ali Bogra's formula was there. It suggests that some difficult process, but mostly it was widely accepted. Two languages, Urdu and Bengali, were approved by the official language in that time during 1953. Then in 1953, around this, there was a constitution has been written in 1956. Then in 1955 to 58, what happening over here now, in 1955, they used the formula of 1 unit, where what is 1 unit? The government of Pakistan decided that all the 4 provinces of the state West Pakistan should be merged into 1 unit, and the Prime Minister Muhammad Ali made the first official announcement in November 22, 1954, to the benefit have 1 unit to the provinces. That after that, around in 1955, Skandar Mirza took over a Governor General of Ghulam Muhammad became too ill to continue. He was confirmed for the 4th Governor General of Pakistan. But what happening here? He was a civil servant, but he was looking that democratic situation was not split of the national in assembly. So what happened? He appointed Ayyub Khan as a martial law administrative, but what happened that he appointed Ayub Khan as a martial administrative. After 3 weeks of later, Ayub dismissed Skandar Mirza's himself and become the president and imposed the martial law in Pakistan. Then what happened then with the 3 weeks of assumed charge of this one in 1958, Skandar was ousted by the governor Ayub, who then declared himself as a president. As a governor, as a general, Ayub Khan gave himself as a rank of field marshal as well. So this was the period start from here now, from 1958 to 1969. These 9 years of the time period Ayub's ruled in government system has imposed in Pakistan of martial law. What was there? Mr. Ayub announced the constitution in March 62. Then election to the National Assembly and Provisional Assembly were held in April 1962. Constitution, second constitution, first one was in 1956, second one was in constitution which was enforced by the martial law in 1962 by Ayub's time period. And during that time of 6 September 1965, we will know about the Historic Day of the Islamic, which was also known as a Defense Day for the Pakistan right now, where there was ceasefire around attacked by the India, around of these India attacked by the various sides of Wagah sector, Kim Karan sector, Rajasthan sector, Sialkot sector. These were the problems that ceasefire start around that country. So these were in the time of 1965, which Pakistan Army has defended that day at the time, the same day of 6 September. Then in 1966, what happened? Tashkent Declaration, Tashkent Conference was held where India and Pakistan's borders issues were there, including UN, USA and Russia enforced that Pakistan and India restored their international boundaries. Then these were their time of strength of that Ayub's time was of ruling of these rule of restored and family laws reformed and remarkable expansion of industry, which grew 17% of establishing industry based in the country. Then what was that prosperity of which not equal shared? What was the weaknesses? 22 families owned 66% of the industry at that time, 80% of banking and 97% was of insurance. Only 22 families all over from Pakistan. Then industrial workers wages fell into 12%. Then benefit of the agriculture were given mostly to Punjab. A new class of feudal landlord emerged. These were the problems in weaknesses of Ayub's time government. Landless peasants were being worse portion than before. So these were the points, strength and weaknesses of Ayub's time.